Hello, I am Test Drive and welcome to episode 15 of Corvette, and in this episode we're going to finish off the professional career by doing the quote-unquote racing career as it is notated by the movies here. If you go down to the very bottom, I believe. Yep. So it's Career Pro Racing. So we'll go ahead and hop into that. Being racing, I have something that I expect whenever I click A on this. And I was correct. It is the C5R. Very nice. So we get to actually drive a C5R, and we get to actually choose any of our special colors for it, which is interesting. No information besides the horsepower, 610 horsepower. Corvette race cars and an admiral and an enviable list of recent achievements. Yeah, Corvette race cars were popping off like in the 90s and 2000s. C5R, C6R, both really well known for doing very well. But you know what? I guess we'll use it in C5R. We actually get upgrades for this too, which is kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and get started and see how a Corvette race car drives, because again, I don't think I've ever done this. Sadly, I can't even access my Xbox to see what I actually did or didn't do in this game on it. But I don't think this was one of the things I did. So we shall see how it is to drive a C5R race car in a God, that's really loud. In a an arcade racing game based all around Corvettes. We do get normal tracks this time around. Oh geez, hello. Well, we're already doing good. I'm in last place still. It's a little touchy for sure. Hello, friends. Goodbye, friends. Or not, I guess. Alright, cool. That works, I guess. We have 5 laps, and there's no way I'm gonna get too far behind these fucks, so I am definitely not too worried, to say the least. I do believe we will be able to make our way up to the front very easily here at some point, and hopefully not get spun out while doing so again. Well, I'm still in last. This is not looking promising so far. Come on, just let me accelerate and go straight down the road for a little bit. Hello. Please don't spin me. That's all I ask. I mean, I ask for a little bit more actually, but I don't want to get spun. Go! Oh, hello. Everybody. Literally everybody and their mom behind me. Okay. This works. I've made it to first place at the end of lap 1. And let's see how our next 4 laps go. I might spin out? We'll see, I guess. I hope not. And in the next episode, we get to take on another set of special events. Excited for that, because I don't know what special events I ever did either. I really don't remember what I had done in this game and what I didn't have done from my original playtime at all. Definitely the first time I've done this on PC, because this is legitimately the first I've played of this game on PC, minus like testing it out and doing like 1 or 2 races here and there. Maybe I'll play through it on PS2 as well, and I'll have all of the console quote-unquote versions played, I guess. I bet you can find this for like $2 at a retro game store for PS2. I can almost guarantee it. I feel like it's one of those games that would definitely always be on the shelves too. Alright, I did 12 seconds better on the second lap than the first lap. Not bad. now 4.5 seconds ahead, which is quite nice. And yeah, now we just get to do this for a while. Let's get to cruise, hot lap a little bit maybe. We're in a race car. It's on the hot lap. That's just how it goes. I do believe this is, well, I guess actually, shit. This is the third race car I've driven in this game, technically, because we have what? We have the C1 Sebring Racer thing, as well as the C2 Grand Sport, which were both race cars back in their respective years. So, not a surprise that we get the C5R at all. Plus, I think the C5R was actually a thing in 2003. Like, it wasn't around earlier. I remember in 02, I don't remember, actually. So it was like hot shit, new news, you know, whenever this game came out. You could drive the C5R in a video game. This might actually be the first game with a C5R in it. I don't think it had been Gran Turismo 3. I don't think. I actually don't know, to be honest with you. I've not played enough of Gran Turismo 3 to know. I'd like to someday, but that's a someday thing, not a today thing. Speaking of a today thing, though, I have been actually, because I don't know if I'll actually do a full Let's Play of it, even though it's a game with single-player content. Gran Turismo Sport is a game that I've owned for a couple years now, and I never really played it that much. And now that I've gotten myself back into GT7, I cannot successfully scratch my newer Gran Turismo itch with just GT7 and recording it. So I decided to download GT Sport and actually try and make progress through the single player of it. And gotta say, I definitely don't think it's quite as fun as GT7 because of a couple of really stupid reasons. One of those reasons being because I have a PS5, as you may have seen from my GT7 Let's Play, and I have it has the triggers that have the, what is it? Not force feed. I guess it is technically force feedback of sorts, or it's like harder to push the triggers down and so on and so forth. But GT Sport does not have that because it came out on the PS4 and is a PS4 game still. So that's kind of disappointing, I guess, going from GT7 and having that to GT Sport and not having it. But you know what? I'm really enjoying the game otherwise, because GT Sport is more of a traditional GT game with a career. You can kind of just do whatever, whenever. I guess maybe except for GT6, because it was kind of weird with how the career mode worked, or the single player, I guess. I don't know. It's been fun. I'm gonna try and see how far I can get through it before. I guess the servers will inevitably go down and lock people out of playing it, unless they just release like an update randomly. That's like, hey, download this update to be able to play GT Sport offline, which would be really fucking cool if they did do that, but I do not expect it to happen. Because if they didn't do it by now, I don't think they're going to do it in the future. And plus, GT Sport is kind of a watered-down version of GT7 a little bit in a lot of ways. Not completely, of course, but I don't know. But that's why I was like, I might not get around to actually making a full, like, 100% Let's Play of this. Might as well play it now. And if I do, then I can play it again. It's not a big deal. Anyways, first race done. Almost 10 seconds ahead. Didn't I get an upgrade? I guess I didn't get an upgrade. We'll watch the replay on this. Why not? Okay, sure. Something like that will work. Let's continue on to our second race, which we have 6 races, I believe, to do. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 6 races. Let's head on to Angel Hills for our next race. And we'll use a special color. Why not? Huh. I thought my upgrade came at 80 points, but I guess I was blind or something. Alright, let's go ahead and get this shit done. But I don't know. I think I said all I need to about GT and GT Sport and all that. I need to play more GT7, but that means I have to record it, and I don't have hard drive space to just keep endlessly recording things. So I have to like take time off and like upload and whatever, and then delete stuff. I mean, sure, I could upload stuff all the time, but my internet tends to not be happy about that after a couple days of doing it. Funny enough, if I just continuously upload shit, they really don't like that. I've got another 5 laps, I guess, probably. I guess it's 5 laps. I'm pretty sure that all of these are 5 laps. Later, nerds. I like how, like, the camera FOV gets kind of, like, back to normal whenever you slide, even though you're not, like, losing that much speed. It's kind of odd, to say the least. Like, you have this, like, you know, you start going faster, and then the camera starts, like, moving away from the car because you're going so fast and shaking, and then you, like, slide a little bit, and it goes back to, like, normal mode. But I don't think you're actually losing that much speed. I mean, I guess you might be. I don't know. I haven't paid attention. I believe also we'll finally be over 50% done with this game after this episode, which is awesome. I am ready, oh god, for spaghetti. Not that kind of spaghetti. Hello, regular, actual, real C5R color scheme. Yellow. I mean, I don't know, like, games like this, like, I love them, and they definitely provide a lot of decent fun, but after they start taking a certain amount of time to, like, complete, it do get kind of repetitive, to say the least. Like, I don't even know how many times I've raced on this track now. I'm sure it's probably at least 15 to 20. Maybe not that many, because I haven't even had 20 episodes. Maybe 10 out of the 15 episodes I've recorded so far. I wouldn't be surprised. And like the physics aren't that much crazy. I love blimp, by the way. Physics aren't crazy different between the cars, especially because they're all rear-wheel drive sports cars anyways. It's not like we even have a choice of using like an all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive car. So yeah, still at the point where it's like, yeah, next game could come in anytime now. Of course, I will keep on this game until it's finished, and I don't want to complain about it that much because it's, you know, I've mentioned this is probably one of the most enjoyable one-make racing games I've ever played. Actually, the physics are decent, the car list is good. It's like it runs well, it runs at 60 FPS on consoles even. Or at least on Xbox. I think it might on PS2 as well. It's got a bunch of weird Corvettes. It's got everything you could possibly imagine, basically, from Corvette. Or of Corvettes. There's a lot of reasons to not hate this game, to say the least. And this is why a lot of these low-budget racing games don't really include that much content, or like a lot of races or anything like that, because it just gets so repetitive. Like Ford Racing 2, probably a little bit too short, to be honest with you, but not bad. We got a super close ratio transmission, gold strand, improved springs, and improved brakes on a race car, because I'm sure it needed all those things. I'm gonna go with the green this time. But yeah, like Ford Racing 2, Ford Racing 3 even wasn't like super long. I think we're actually, as of this episode, we're passing the total time it took me to play through Ford Racing 3. Ooh, excuse me. I think it was like 7 hours and something. We're about to pass that during this episode, probably, in this game. Because I think I just hit 7 hours total after the last episode. So yeah, you know, it's run its course, is what I'll say. Like, we do have more stuff to unlock and whatnot, but... Oh my god! Get out of the way! Quit backing up into me! Like, obviously, even 10 hours isn't that long, even in the grand racing game scheme for game lengths, but... In this game, I think, like I said, I think I mentioned, it's like probably going to be about 15 hours long total. Or probably, because we're at 50%. And it would make sense, because this game really does not, like, do anything crazy, or, like, have any crazy reasons of why the percentage shouldn't match up to game time, basically. Like, the amount of laps and whatnot of each race. I don't know. It's just an interesting thing to, like, note. Oh my god. I think the oh god, what is it called? It's not Evolution. Well, it's Evolution GT is the game that came after, but Alfa Romeo Racing, the one-make Alfa Romeo game, might be one of the only other one-make racing games I know of that is somewhat close to this, but it has like an actual, like, really interesting, fully fleshed out kind of career mode. Maybe not fully fleshed out, but a lot more than this game does, at least. But, like, literally everything else is, like, you know, the Ford racing games and whatnot are all, like, 6 to, I mean, if even, like, 6 hours long to maybe 10 at most. Because I think Ford Racing 2 took me a grand total of, like, 3 hours to quote-unquote complete, even though I didn't do it on the hardest difficulty, so I didn't really get 100% on it. But even Ford Racing 3, like I said, I think it took me like 7.5 hours total to do everything in Ford Racing 3. Again, not including the hard difficulty stuff. They take that line so weird. I don't know. I'm just rambling on about shit now. I can't really think of anything else I've played that's one make at the moment. Lotus Challenge didn't take that long. It took like 6 hours, I think, or 5 or 6. Because it had like its 2 career storyline path things, and then it had other just random stuff you unlocked from doing normal races. Like 1 race per track, basically. Well, not 1 race per track, 1 race per, or 1 set of races per generation, or whatever you want to call it. It is interesting to look at, in my opinion, at least. I know my opinion is a little wonky sometimes. I like to think about things, though. I like to think deeper. Because that's just what I do. I go deep, you know? And this may change, my opinion might change on this too, or be amended whenever I play through other games. Like I know I have, was that 5 laps? I guess that was 5 laps. Yeah, because I was doing under a minute per lap. I'm just sitting here rambling and I'm just winning, apparently. I'm on autopilot mode. 10 seconds ahead. Custom exhaust system, stiffer sway bars, and Fisk custom racing wheels. Very cool. And on to the Airbase next. And we'll do a solid gold or copper, whatever this color is. But anyways, other games that I have not played yet at all. Games like GTI Racing and God, what else do I have? Maybe like the newer Ford Racing games, like Ford Racing Off-Road. I've never played. I don't know. Maybe some of them will make me think about it more in the future. I guess we'll see. I'm still not looking forward to playing Ford versus Chevy, though. I don't think I'll ever be looking forward to playing Ford versus Chevy. I'll be looking forward to it being done, though, and I won't have to touch it again. It's just not a great game, and there's more annoying parts about it than most of these one-make racing games. Like the storyline, quote-unquote, of it, and the cutscenes. Yeah, not a fan of myself. I haven't played that much of it, but I've played enough of it to know that I'm not going to, well, I'm going to be very much looking forward to the end of it as I'm playing it. I think I've played through like the first 2 sections. And you know what the great part is? I technically have to play through Ford versus Chevy twice. I don't know if I will, but if you want to use Fords and Chevys, you have to play through the game twice. If you want to play through the game once, you can only use Ford or Chevy. I'm just going to leave that as that, because that's just... I know I'm a completionist, I know I'm a nerd, but god damn it. Like, the physics are okay, the game plays okay, it runs at 60 FPS on Xbox. It's like, it's not a bad game just looking, like, at the gameplay itself, but, oh god. There's also really, like, dumb event types, I guess you could call it. I don't know, like I said, I'll cross that bridge whenever I get to it, I think. I don't think I'm gonna talk much more about it. Well, that's what I deserve, I guess, for talking shit about a game that I'm not even playing. Ow. What the hell? Maybe I'll just skip it. Maybe I'll just play Ford Bold Move Street Racing instead. Because technically, Ford vs. Chevy is not a one-make racing game. It's a two-make racing game. So it doesn't fit in with the rest of the Ford Racing series, technically. Ow. Excuse me, coming through. And sure, I've heard that Ford Bold Move Street Racing is not the greatest game ever either, but I've also heard that it's not nearly as dumb as Ford vs. Chevy is. That's all I need to know. Oh, it's just 3 laps on this track. Interesting. I see. I thought we were going to have 5 laps on every track in this because it was like the big pro career, supposed to be end of game thing. I don't know if the game expects you to play in the way that it's like shown in the movie list, but that is definitely not the way I'm playing, obviously. I think Rhino did his Let's Play based on that, and I guess that's a good enough reason to do so, is just because it exists, and it's like a path, basically. But, I don't know. I'm stupid, so therefore, I'm doing it randomly. No rhyme or reason, technically. I did want to do, like, the career, then something, then the arcade, then something, then the pro career, then something, then the pro arcade. So spoiler alert, pro arcade will be coming after I finish whatever the special mode is, the next special mode. Anyways, I won, and I got a best lap on the last lap by 10 seconds. It's pretty cool. Almost 10 seconds ahead of last. And we got no upgrades. We get upgrade 3, level 3 at 440 points. And let's continue on to Rockbridge Falls East. And I'll pick... You know, let's pick the gold that looks almost like the actual yellow this car is supposed to be. That works. Let's fucking go. Actually, is there a 1v1 at the end of this? I don't know if there is. There might not be. It might just be another, like, shorter track like this. I don't know. I guess we'll see. No final 1v1. Although I think Pro Career might have 1v1s. I don't know. Or not Pro Career, Pro Arcade. I pass everybody! Yay! Goodbye, everybody. I am race car, I do not lift. Did I turn the music volume up? I feel like I can hear the music better. Maybe I did. I kind of remember thinking about it. I don't know if I actually did it or not, though. My ears are currently telling me that something is different. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just crazy. That's also very possible. My short-term memory has failed me once again. Actually, I don't know if that's technically short-term. That's like middle-term. It's like a day ago or 2 days ago when I last recorded this. I also think it's funny that you could keep up with when I'm recording this game based off of the time and date on the save games whenever I save the game, because I always do it in every episode. So fun fact, if you're curious, yeah, you could see that. Oh shit. Nope. Currently rocking out to the music, don't mind me. I'll be so sad when we can't listen to this music in every episode of this game once it's done. Sad face. You can always go to YouTube. I think also I literally, like, because I ripped this game onto my Xbox's hard drive and then also put those files on my computer, I'm pretty sure I took all the music files out of the game because they're all just WMAs. Fun fact about Xbox games, if you go into the files, you can literally just copy and paste all the music files from like pretty much every game on Xbox and have a completely uncompressed version, or like basically straight from the game version of the songs. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I did it with Forza, I did it with PGR2, I think. I did it with the menu music of PGR2. And I did it with this game. I think I did with some other games too, I don't remember. And this is finally one of those I don't have to tell you to like look up the soundtrack while I'm playing it, because you can actually just hear it in the game as I'm playing. I know I've mentioned that a bunch of times. I am a soundtrack enjoyer, especially of early 2000s racing games, and like motorcycle and, or not motorcycle, but ATV, MX games, stuff like that. So I do appreciate listening to them. Got a new lap record already. Look at that. I wish I could listen to them. I mean, I'm sure I could find a way to like do it without having it in the recording, but I don't know. I feel like that's too much work to get a slight amount of extra enjoyment. And plus, a lot of games have different music that play at different times. So it's not like it would make much sense in a lot of games to do that. It just plays like randomly. I don't know. Anyways, we're almost to the end of this. I like how I don't think I've ever used 5th gear in this car. I think it was the first time I shifted up to 4th or 5th gear. It is unnecessary. There's our stats. I was way ahead. You got custom cylinder heads, lowered suspension, and super soft slicks, and the car is fully upgraded. So let's do our final race. It is at 2500 Speedway East, which I think might be the other version I finally can actually unlock of this track. 2500 Speedway East for our final race car race, and we'll do a nice, we'll do a nice rainbow blue. Let's get the pro career done finally. And let's see how this goes. I think it's 5 laps, so it's going to be a really short race. Because I think this is way under a minute per lap in the normal cars, let alone race cars. I guess we'll see. Oh shit. Out of the way. I'm coming through. No matter what anybody says to me, I will not stop. Maybe I'll have a chance to use 5th gear. Hey Lamau, let's go. 180 miles per hour, let's go. I think it's the fastest I've ever won this game. I would not be surprised. And yeah, it's gonna be like a 2-minute race. 36-second first lap. Let's see what an actual flying lap is time-wise. Why would they make this the last race of the career mode in general? I don't know. There's a lot of odd decisions. 185, 186, let's go! A lot of odd decisions. Fun fact, I just went 300 kilometers per hour because 186 miles per hour is 300 kilometers per hour. Under 30, under 30. Let's go. 2970. Hell yeah. Oh, 188 I saw there for a second. Hell yeah. Look at these nerds way behind me. There's sub 30. Yep, 2957. Even better. God damn. Do the big fast one. Well, 2 more times, I guess. Or 4 more times? I don't know. Ooh, that one was almost 30 seconds. I'm not taking the optimal NASCAR line. Hell yeah, NASCAR. Love my NASCAR, my Corvette C5R. The best kind of NASCAR. Gotta love it. Maybe I'll play a NASCAR game at some point. Random note, by the way. Maybe I will. 2.5 minutes. About what I expected, honestly. But there we go. There is the pro career completely done. Won by 8 seconds overall. And we get a couple of C5Rs to end us off here in a little animation. 3 C5Rs, actually. Huh. Ooh, different angles this time. Very nice. And we've won all professional career race car races, and we've completed professional career mode. Did you know that that's how you say that? But there we go, car is fully upgraded, of course. Mother Road mode has been unlocked, which is the final of the 5 special event types, but there we go. There's all golds on all of that. And, yeah, special mode, Mother Road Endurance has been unlocked. And we'll go ahead and save 52.6% of the way through the game. I don't think I was actually at 60% in this game. I think I was at like 26%. I don't know. But there's all of our trophies for professional career. Between the completion, hot lap challenge, custom vet mode. We have a lot of trophies there to unlock still, but yeah, it's everything. Nope, we still have, oh, professional arcade, duh. But there we go. Our movie list is becoming more and more not grayed out, which is pretty cool. We do have a fair amount left, but we will get there when we get there. So, that will conclude this episode of Corvette. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.